Welcome back to the channel of Coach EmRatThich. Today is Ping Sunday. There are 4 main footwork patterns in table tennis that every player should know. Today we study the third footwork pattern to move side by side lateral movement. The first footwork pattern is called two-step pattern. Use this pattern to come back to the ready position after you serve. If you want to learn this pattern, click on the link above. The second footwork pattern is called as quick jump pattern. Use quick jump pattern to move forward and backward. This footwork is very important to move from the distance close to the table to the mid distance. I have published this tutorial in the previous Ping Sunday. Click on the link above if you want to learn the second footwork pattern in table tennis. Today we learn the third pattern, side-by-side feet movement, one of the specialty of Asian table tennis. Why? First of all, let's analyze the lateral footwork pattern of Chimobo and then compare with real Seung-min. You will see what I mean. To move from the middle of the table to the pivot position, Chimobo has used 3 steps. Let's count. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. For some players, this footwork could be fast, but in the eye of Asian coach, this footwork pattern is too slow and outdated. Meanwhile, Roh Seung-min used only 1 step to move to the pivot corner. This pattern is called as big jump pattern, which is also used by some Chinese player, Ma Ling, Su Xin. The difference between Asian footwork and Western footwork. Why Asian players normally have a better footwork than the Western players? Personally, I think that Asian players always try to incorporate his body into the shot. Asian players analyze the technique as the whole entire subject. Western table tennis players normally divide the technique in several parts in the analytical approach, step by step. Left to right movement, footwork to do the backhand to forehand transition. To move from left to right or from right to left, you need to keep the balance. You need to move both feet, steady footwork, don't rush. Keep your body steady is the key to do the weight transfer correctly. This is called a side-by-side feet movement. That means if you want to move to the right, push your left foot to the ground and move your body to the right side. So to move to the right, your left foot must move first. If you want to move to the left, that your right foot must move first. Use your right foot to push your body to the left. Some amateur players use bad pattern. They jump and lean the body. They use the left foot to lean the body to the left. No, don't do that. If you do that, you will lose the balance and then you can't make a powerful shot. Remember, to make a quality shot in table tennis, you should do the weight transfer. You should change the center of gravity between the feet. Forehand half. Footwork through the forehand attack on the table. To do the forehand from the middle of the table to the right side of the table, you should also do this side-by-side pattern. However, use only small movement and change the center of gravity from right to the center. Even you don't need to move a large distance like the backhand to forehand transition. In this forehand half table tennis attack, you always need to do the footwork. Don't stand still. If you do that, you will make a bad habit. Use a small side-by-side pattern to adapt to the ball position. Using footwork is also important because without the proper footwork, you can't do the weight transfer correctly. Now you understand why Chinese table tennis focus a lot on footwork. Forehand to third. Footwork to cover the forehand to the middle. To cover the forehand attack from the pivot corner to the middle of the table, you should also use side-to-side pattern. However, at the pivot corner, you should rotate your body more, move your left foot a little bit forward. And then use side-by-side pattern with a larger step to move to the middle. Look, the coach rotated more at the pivot position, left foot forward. Now you know the third footwork pattern in table tennis to move correctly from left to right and right to left. See you next pink Sunday, EmRatThich.